education ideology. This video is going to answer the following questions. What is the purpose of education? What is an ideology? What is my ideology of education? And how has this module influenced my ideology? So, what is the purpose of education? This is a question posed by the Cambridge Primary Review and one I have asked myself in order to develop my personal ideology of education. The 1997 White Paper, Excellence in Schools, states, the first task of the Education Service is to ensure that every child is taught to read, write and add up. And in 2010, Gove stated that schools should be a place where horizons are extended and eyes are opened, not something I feel his policies represented. Alexander and the Cambridge Primary Review discuss an alternative framework for the purpose of primary education, including 12 aims. The first including the identification of individual qualities. The second includes 4 important issues for society and the wider world. And lastly, the focus of content, processes and outcomes of learning. These are all concepts I feel are needed for education. My view of education is that it should enlighten and inspire pupils by providing them a space to develop and discover their personalities and interests, so that they can leave the education system with confidence, emotional and social skills, a respect for a diverse society, an interest in a challenge, and being proud of their individuality. So, ideology. What is it and how has mine developed during this module? Megan states that ideology is a highly ambiguous concept, but Matheson defines an educational ideology as any package of educational ideas held by a group of people about formal arrangements for education. Bartlett and Burton separate educational ideologies by their principles and categorise them into either those that emphasise the individual, the society, or the knowledge acquired. The perception of education I previously had was limited to my prior knowledge from both my own schooling and through placement. During these times, I have mainly seen a knowledge-based ideology with high importance placed on standardised testing, as supported by Morgan and Gove. This is not something I agree with. I believe that by teaching to the test, we are sacrificing the broader learning a child could be experiencing. By looking to Finland when it comes to standardised testing, the well-being of our students could be improved, as the OECD found Finland's reduction in testing lessened stress on pupils, in turn increasing the desire to learn. My personal schooling would have been a happier experience if there was less emphasis on standardised testing and behaviourist pedagogies and more focus on learning to learn. As an aspiring teacher, I hope to become a facilitator of my students' learning and engage them in topics so they learn to enjoy learning whilst preparing them to take their place in society. Throughout this module, a variety of learning styles and approaches have been considered, and through research into these areas, I have devised and shaped my current ideological view, which is heavily individual-based. It also takes aspects of both the society and knowledge ideologies, as education is a complex topic and cannot be narrowed down into one category. My ideology has taken inspiration from Montessori and her belief that we should develop the child holistically as well as academically. Through research into the Montessori approach, I have become more aware of how essential learning environments are, or as they are known by Montessori, prepared environments. They provide children with the best opportunity to reach their full learning potential whilst facilitating their learning. My ideology centres around the individual, so I believe students should have an array of materials and the freedom to use these as required to support their learning. The importance of the learning environment is also underpinned by my knowledge of the impact of outdoor learning for students. The benefits of outdoor learning include social development and development of teamwork skills through problem solving, exposing, and discovering. This approach to learning includes all three aspects of ideologies of education: the individual, society, and knowledge. Looking at alternative styles of education influenced and changed my developing ideology, especially homeschooling. As an aspiring teacher, I am committed to providing education in a school setting and believe in providing learning to all children through teaching in schools. But my research into home education changed my views on this topic. Although I am committed to teaching and children and attending school, my understanding on the choice to homeschool has developed and is now something I can appreciate may be beneficial to the child in question. Many people have an assumption that homeschooling children means they are isolated and lack the opportunities to develop social skills. However, research shows that home-educated children experience the outside world more frequently, in turn gaining experience and confidence with dealing with the general public. We must remember that social development is a natural process and does not occur only in the boundaries of a classroom. Children develop social skills from a range of experiences with a variety of people. By considering the variety of learning styles and approaches there are, and taking the best bits from these, I feel we can make an environment that all children can thrive in. As you can see, this module has taken me on a journey to arrive at a somewhat complex ideology, which takes aspects of ideologies that state the importance of the individual, society, and knowledge. Not only do I think we should look at all three aspects to create a well-rounded ideology, I also believe approaches from opposing key thinkers can be used to create a learning environment that helps children reach their full potential. On placement, I will be able to take my vision of a perfect ideology into a real-life situation, and I look forward to my ideology continuing to develop and change throughout my teaching career.